Good morning, legends, and welcome back to the vlog. It is Monday, January 6th. Monday's the best day of the week, so we gotta get after it. Today we have a full day of training, a bunch of life updates, a bunch of goals we're gonna be setting and what to do when you wanna set big goals, some biohacking tips, some business tips, and much, much more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Way better than using seed oils when you cook. Go with grass-fed butter. A lot of the times when I'm cooking my eggs or just making breakfast in general and I'm waiting and I have some downtime, I'll do some tissue work to my plantar fascia, then some tissue work to my teres minor, and some tissue work to my pec minor. Just because we've lived such busy lives that it is tough to get this type of work in all the time. So if you do have free time, whether that be to do 2 to 3 minutes of mobility or even sit in a deep squat while you're waiting, instead of just sitting on your phone, do that, guys. Then right here we're digging into our teres minor. Then we can even get into subscap if we really want to, and then pec minor right here. And doing this work right here by freeing up the pec minor is gonna loosen up your shoulder and help with shoulder pain. So when you go to work and you're swinging a hammer, or you go to school and you're sitting down in a chair, or you go to the gym, you're gonna feel 10 times better because your tissue's primed and lubricated. So do the 1 to 3 minutes of tissue work in your free time. So instead of just sitting on your phone while you wait for your eggs to cook or sitting on your phone just to waste time, do some mobility, do some tissue work, and make that a goal of yours and prioritize that. Let's go. Also, let's talk about New Year's resolutions real quick. I made a video about this a few days ago because it's so important for a lot of people that are trying to jumpstart their life and get their shit together on January 1st, right? Remember that time's a social construct. Nothing really matters, nothing really exists. I know January 1st is a great time for people to start, but people literally go from eating absolute dog shit and doing nothing from Thanksgiving to January 1st and then expect to be David Goggins on January 1st. Or they're gonna start 75 hard. They're gonna start working out twice a day. They're gonna start drinking a gallon of water. They're gonna start going to bed earlier. They're gonna be just completely dialed. And that's a recipe for disaster, right? And that's a reason why 90% of New Year's resolutioners quit. Literally start, if you're starting from step 1, start with the 60-40 method and just try to get in 3 training sessions a week, try to do some cardio work, eat relatively healthy to pretty much suit your caloric needs, whether you want to gain weight or lose weight. If you want to gain weight, eat in a caloric surplus. If you want to lose weight, eat in a deficit. And I said, you can either follow the 80-20 method or follow the 60-40 method. I want you to sustain this for a lifetime, not just for a month, because you have some motivation. We want this to be an infinite game. And then in terms of sleep 6 to 8 hours a night and prioritize taking magnesium before bed. Too many people make all these New Year's resolutions and literally stop by February. And it's sad because a lot of these people can't get through because they think they need to do absolutely everything right away. It's like that guy that's inconsistently consistent to the gym because he thinks he needs to go to the gym every day. I know dudes that go to the gym 1 to 3 times a week that are incredibly strong and jacked. So get that narrative out of your head and remember this is an infinite game, and as long as you just stack small wins every single day and do some things that are productive, your life is going to change dramatically. So stick to that. Don't bite off more than you can chew and keep dominating, guys. Breakfast today, we got the staple, of course. It's stayed the same for literally years. 12 ounces of Yukon Gold potatoes, 3 whole eggs cooked with some grass-fed butter, a Greek yogurt, blueberries and blackberries, and then sipping on some water while we do it. Stay consistent with your routines, guys, and you will continue to dominate. I'm gonna house this down, and then we'll start making our supplements before our rowing work this morning. Meal 1 is down and tracked in MyFitnessPal, and then I put it into my training app where I coach all of my clients and track their nutrition and track their programming. So it's just a very easy system to log my weight, put my progress photos in, and do whatever I need to do so I can track everything I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. And then while I'm eating breakfast, I typically go over my Whoop score, got an 83% recovery, 4 hours of REM and deep combined, and now we get into the supplement routine. I just recently added biotin into the supplement routine for nail and hair health. So been experimenting with that and overall seems pretty good. And then, Jesus, this is the second time I've knocked this over. And then I always take 5 to 10,000 IUs of vitamin D daily in the winter just because here in New England, Boston area, we're literally not getting much sunlight at all in the middle of the winter. So we rip this and then take 1,000 milligrams of electrolytes, some cluster dextrin, and some pre-workout. So I'm currently reading Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell, and then a lot of the same concepts apply in Atomic Habits with James Clear. I'm sure some of you guys have read those, and it always talks about systems over goals. And if you have systems, you're going to get to the place that you want to be just by doing supplements every day, going to the gym, having work routines, planning your night out the day before, whether it be on notes or Google Calendar or whatnot. And later in this video, I'm gonna show you something that I got that's pretty dope, that's a big calendar. And it's just so important to have systems that work best for you because you do them whether you feel like it or not. Oh, I don't wanna go to the gym. No, you have to go to the gym. It's a part of your system, like you need to go. Oh, I don't wanna do this sales call today. No, it's scheduled, like you need to do it. Like life gets a lot better once you start just following the system as opposed to following the emotions in your head that are like, oh, I'm tired, I'm being lazy today, I don't want to do it. Like you can't let that inner bitch you can't let that inner bitch tell you to steer away from your goals just because you feel tired. You must keep going, you must follow your systems, you must follow your routines, and you will get to the promised land wherever you want to go, and it will take care of you and your family for forever. So just keep thinking that, and if you feel tired, but you have a system you need to complete, always follow the system. Now we're gonna head off to the gym where we got some rowing intervals. Alright, so what was on the dock today was rowing intervals. So we did 1,000 meter row for 5 sets, and then our pace was supposed to be 5K pace minus 3 seconds. So I held around 151 to 153, which is definitely harder than I kind of thought. And one of the big reasons that we're doing these intervals is so I can improve my rowing, which is a little bit of a weakness for me. Not too much, but like my Echo Bike's definitely better than my row. So this is gonna help build overall endurance and just kind of like get me more comfortable in those longer durations, like 1,000 meters. Like a 20 cal sprint or like a 15 cal sprint, I'm a lot better at, but long duration stuff like 1,000 meters, 2,000 meter time trial, 5,000 meter time trial can get a little bit tricky, but overall, putting the work in, felt good. Didn't have any like tweaks in my back. Sometimes I have tweaks in my back when I do rowing, but as long as I prime my glute med and warm up my hips, I'm straight. Now we're gonna do some supine plank work on the GHD to stabilize the core. So once rowing intervals were done, we had some content planned out, which we just filmed here. This will be short form content. A lot on C-Bum's vertical jump that he just posted 3 days ago. I think it's huge that he's starting to do that because if he starts switching to vertical training and starts switching to more athletic style approach, everyone in the world will benefit just because he has a massive following. And I just want to say too, don't fear anyone judging you in public, whether you're holding a camera or trying to do some crazy shit in your training. Weird wins, always remember that. Go out and get yours, and don't let anyone or anyone else's opinion dictate you and your journey. So let's go, training done, let's go get some work done. You already know the drill, 300 grams of jasmine rice cooked in 220 grams of ground bison going down the chute right now. So we got home from our first session and immediately went on the computer, started doing client programming, and then we edited the content that we filmed at the gym to be posted tonight, and then did a few other things regarding to emails. And now it is 1:41 in the afternoon, and we're gonna house this down and then come back and make our supplements. I literally have had bison and rice, I think, every single day for the last like 4 years, and it never fails me. So if you guys aren't in the bison game yet, definitely hop on. So now we are, of course, we just took our pre-workout. Now we're taking our 5 grams of creatine, HMB. Let me know in the comments if you guys take more than 5 grams of creatine. I know there's been a lot of studies showing that like you can bump it up to 5 to 10 grams a day, but I eat a ton of beef, so like I'm probably getting around 10 anyway. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on that, because I know I've seen a lot of people in my comments saying, oh, you should try to take more creatine, but I'm like, if I take more creatine, I'll probably be taking like 15 grams a day, which I really don't think I want or need. So putting in our electrolytes, our cluster dextrin, and our creatine in there. We do 1,000 milligrams of electrolytes and then 25 grams of carbs. And then I've been using this little BPA-free container lately because I was realizing that I was putting all my protein in plastic baggies, and honestly, there's a lot of BPAs that come from those plastic baggies, and I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible because BPAs are massive endocrine disruptors, and I want to be as optimal as I possibly can. And another thing when it comes to biohacking and optimizing, I was talking to someone the other day about why I do what I do, and it's just truly because I like getting better and being better. So like, if I can make the switch to this type of pouch versus a BPA loaded Ziploc bag, then I'm gonna do it because I just love the process of getting better. So don't think of it as a chore. Think about it as a way to just elevate your life. All right, dynamic warm-up done, plyometrics done, and now we got some snatch work. We're doing a hang snatch, then a pause snatch, and then a snatch. So a bunch of complexes. Let's see what we can get. We're gonna start out, this is our third or fourth one of the session, 175. Let's try to build to like 205 and see what we can get. We hit the goal of 205. Definitely easier than I expected. I probably could have gone up to 215, 225, but kind of nursing a wrist injury a little bit right now, so I don't want to push it too much. But overall, those felt good. Moved powerfully. The first hang snatch was a power snatch, felt easy. And now we're gonna do some squat work and then a Metcon. Alright, so before that Metcon, we worked up to 350 to 375 for 7 sets on back squat. Really just lightweight and accumulating some volume. You get some fatigue on the legs pre-Metcon. Then the Metcon was a 30-minute EMOM. Station 1 was a 20 cal echo bike. Station 2 was 10 deadlifts. And station 3 was a 60-foot lunge. So that definitely absolutely kills me. I have a tough time. The deadlifts I did unbroken, but then I had to try to pace the echo bike so I didn't pretty much gas out. So I try to keep it around like 74 to 78. And then some of the times I would like split test it to see if I could go up to like 95 RPMs and get the work done in like 20 seconds. But that's honestly too hard to recover from. My heart rate gets way too high. But during training, you're supposed to like test things out and kind of like play with pacing, play with weights, and like see what works best for you. So when competition comes, you can crush it and you can know you can go into it with confidence. So we're gonna wrap this up here, hit some accessories, then go do some zone 2 work. Training for the day complete, just showered up, and now we are putting some beef tallow on our face. We just finished with some zone 2 work, 45 minutes of zone 2 on the Peloton. Just really trying to get our heart rate cycling at a good rate so that we're gonna build aerobic capacity and not tax the body too much. When it comes down to like training energy systems, you gotta really make sure you're not overdoing it. Like if you're just hitting 30-minute EMOMs like 2 times a day and just absolutely killing your body, it's going to backfire. So mix in zone 2, mix in EMOM work, AMRAP work against the clock, like vary it. Don't always do the same shit. We got the beef tallow going on the face right now. And then while I'm talking about this, I just got this Air Doctor, which I'm gonna put up on the screen right now.
And pretty much what it does is it gets all the dust, pollen, mold, bacteria, pet hair out of the air. Pretty much like viruses, sicknesses as well. And kind of cleans up the air. And I have an app on my phone. I'm not affiliated with this company at all, but it just makes the air quality more pure, and you know what kind of air you're breathing in, so you don't get sick and so you don't have harmful toxins infiltrating your lungs and your body while you're sleeping. So having an air doctor in your bedroom for proper air quality is for sure an unlock, and I'm excited to experiment with it and see how things go in the future. So like I said, not affiliated at all, but just trying to level up, get a slight edge, and aid in the biohacking world.
Dinner has been cooking in the crock pot all day, which is just beef stew. It's super easy to make. Yukon Gold potatoes, carrots, and then some beef. So we're gonna house this down, then go upstairs, get some work done, continue with the day. I'm also gonna show you my calendar that I got that I think is pretty dope, and it's gonna be a kind of a, it's gonna give you an insight into how much you can do in a year, and so stay tuned for that. So I'm gonna get this down, absolutely starving. It's 8:25, and then probably in like another hour I'll eat again. Wow, it's hot. Oh, all right, so the cool thing that I've decided to use this year to plan out my entire year is to use Jesse Itzler's big ass calendar. So a lot of the times I have a notebook and I have Google Calendar, and you can obviously see the day-to-day. With my notebook, I write down things I need to do for the next day, and then during that current day, I write down important tasks that I need to do and check them off. And I think that's incredibly important. I still will do that. And then Google Calendar is great for just like scheduling appointments, automations, yada, yada, yada. But being able to see 365 days right in front of you goes to show you, mofos, we don't have that much time. Time is fleeting, and time is our most valuable asset, so you need to do everything in your power to maximize it to get success in your life. And if you're not taking these steps, then you got to start. So the goal of the big ass calendar is going to be to put up big events that I have throughout my life during this year. So the orange is going to be the CrossFit Open dates, which are February 27th, March 7th, and March 14th. So now I can look at those, visualize those, and just get after it. And then as I plan things and create things, more and more stuff will pop up on this calendar, and it's just going to give me a way better experience into my year because I can see it all in front of me. And guys, look at that. I mean, this is 1 year. Some of us will only get like 75 of these. So make every day count and just keep compounding success and do everything possible to grow your life. All right, so we just got some work done, and now we are recovering the legs with the Mark Pro and the Normatec boots and watching a little bit of the challenge. And I forgot to fill you in on one of the biggest pieces. Wow, this bagel's burning. The biggest pieces to the life update that I was going to give you earlier. So me and Liz got engaged, and I could not be more excited. It happened like a month ago at this point, but I haven't been able to say it on long-form content, long-form YouTube video. I posted it on my shorts that you guys could have potentially saw, but more wedding content, more engagement content coming. So your boy's getting married, which is pretty wild, but I'm stoked and could not be happier. So all is good on that front. And then right now, as we're winding down for the night, it is currently 10:11, and I think I said I had my last meal at like 8:30 or 8:40. So I had to make that window a little bit tighter than normal tonight, and I probably will get to bed around like 11:15. So I'm eating an hour before bed, maybe 11:30. And what we're having is 2 tablespoons of Teddy's peanut butter on a Dave's bagel, some blueberries, some blackberries, some Greek yogurt, and an Olipop. Guys, like I was thinking about up there right now, is like you literally fall to the level of your systems, and like if you have systems in place and you just continue to follow them and improve them every single day and keep compounding, great things will happen in life. Like 10 years ago when I started my journey into fitness, I always knew I wanted to do massive things in my life, whether it be business, fitness, content, whatever. And you don't know exactly how you're gonna get there, but you just gotta take that first step and do things that you think might stick. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, but you'll never know if you don't try. So just go out there, start carving your own path, and start winning in life, and be weird as shit. And remember, nothing matters but what you choose to matter, and the only person's opinion that matters to you is you. You go out there and get what's yours. I appreciate you all so much. I'm going to be making more of these videos as the CrossFit Open gets closer and closer. Probably shouldn't be friggin' putting a knife that close to my eye when I'm trying to film content. That was psychotic. But I really appreciate all your support, guys. You're absolutely legendary. Your support means the absolute world. Peace.